When I was diagnosed, I remember the first night sleeping in my bed at home thinking how claustrophobic I was, because it's like I'm stuck in this body and it's sick. In July of 2013, I was diagnosed with leukemia. You know, I was told I was going to need a transplant, and I hugged my kids and said, you know, Daddy will be back, even though deep down I didn't know whether or not I was going to be back.
City of Hope was founded to make a difference in people's lives, to give hope to people who've been diagnosed with cancer, diabetes, and other life-threatening diseases. City of Hope started in 1913 as a tuberculosis sanatorium with 2 tents, 6 staff people, 6 patients, no running water, no telephone, no electricity.
And then over the next decades, it evolves into one of the great medical centers in America and keeps evolving and keeps improving. And right now we're in the forefront of medicine.
Many cancer centers focus more on the continuum of basic science, answering important basic questions. Our focus really is on translational science. How do you bring practical benefit as quickly as possible to people suffering from cancer? And we're impatient. Every day, every hour impacts people.
I asked my doctor, I looked him in the eyes, and the only thing that came out was like, am I gonna live? And he said, absolutely, but your life will never be the same. And I believed him. My mother is Filipino and my father is Scottish, so they told me that it was gonna be very hard to find a match in the registry. My little brother, it was a 25% chance of being a match, and we would have to roll the dice. That moment is kind of universal for bone marrow transplant survivors, and feeling like this may be it. If I don't have a match, that's it. I'm not gonna be here for my children. I won't see them graduate. When I walked my daughter down the aisle on her wedding day, I remember my parents came and visited me at City of Hope. I just decided to turn on my iPad and I recorded the moment where I just told them.
So I have some news for you guys. Okay. Adam's a full match.
100%.
I remember my mom saying, you know, now we have a fighting chance.
We're not there yet, but we got a fighting chance now, son, right?
It never gets old. Even to this day, when I see blood counts coming up after a therapy that we've done, or looking at films to see that cancer has shrunk because of something that we did, it gives me a chill.
To be the nurse that sits next to the patient during the hardest moments of their lives, the toughest weeks of their lives, and to get to be on the forefront of their care and have such an impact in their lives is such a blessing, because I go home after work at night just thinking I made a difference.
It's about making people whole, giving husbands back to wives, kids back to parents, parents to their children, and our care does aim for that, preserving who people are.
You get to see the amazing things that these people then go out and do in their life. And I've got hundreds and not thousands of examples of being in awe of what people will then go out and do if you can liberate them from this disease that brought them to us in the first place.
I'm close to having 3 years of remission. It gets me excited because I know that I get to be here a little longer. I get to experience love with my wife, and I get to experience the growth of my children. I get to spend the holidays with my brothers and my parents. I breathe and stand in front of you today because I'm an absolute miracle. I'm certain of that.